Doubts about the bolts holding the new Bay Bridge together, but engineers with Caltrans cleared them for use anyways, and then they failed. KPIX 5 reporter Elissa Harrington, she's on Treasure Island with the latest on the investigation. Elissa?
Well, according to an article on SFGate, this all goes back to 5 years ago during that initial testing. Engineers gave the bolts the okay and did not realize until now that some had been contaminated. Part of a $6.5 billion project supported by faulty bolts. It's the last thing Bay Bridge spokesman Andrew Gordon said he ever thought would happen during the construction of the new eastern span. Now engineers are working on a plan to make repairs in time for its expected opening over Labor Day.
Safety is critical, and this bridge will not open if it is determined that it is not safe to do so.
So how did this happen? Gordon says it can be traced back to when the steel rods were manufactured and contaminated by hydrogen.
We know that the bolts broke because of an excess of hydrogen in them. What we're looking for is kind of how and why this happened.
The hydrogen can weaken the rods. Caltrans acknowledged last week that some snapped when put under pressure. The whole idea behind the new bridge span was to make it seismically safe and avoid a repeat of this, the Loma Prieta earthquake back in 1989 when part of the bridge collapsed. So here's what we know about the bolts. There are 288 total on the new span. 96 have been tightened. A third of those broke. The cost to make repairs, an estimated $1 million. Pricey because it's not an easy fix. The roadbed has already been installed. The rods below the deck used to bolt down steel boxes.
One of the solutions that they're looking at is essentially a metal collar that is around these seismic devices called shear keys, and these collars will essentially hold the shear keys down and do the job that the rods were supposed to do.
Gordon says they do not yet know where they will get the $1 million to make the repairs. They're also testing some of those faulty bolts, and we could know results as early as next week. On Treasure Island, Elissa Harrington, KPIX 5.
Elissa, thanks. Gordon does not expect the repairs to cause any delays, though. The new span still slated to open over Labor Day.